What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. Each and every year, the cards that are up for reprints in the Megatins try for as long as possible to scratch, claw, and hang on to their price points until those sweet, sweet reveals. And this year again, it was from Worlds, with Worlds competitors getting their hands on Gold Sark Megatins early and ripping them open. So we see rarity upgrades, downgrades, all sorts of craziness. Let's go ahead and get into some of those prices and talk about how the reveals are affecting the market. I love this snapshot. Danger Nessie already down for 24 versus its price point of 36, and it will continue to go down from there. There's so much in the tins between the promos and the actual pulls that you're going to see a lot of the singles be very cheap as vendors clamor to get over each other on prices similar to Dual Power. Danger Snake hanging in there, actually, surprisingly, at $30 versus the $34 price point. Jackalope feels good, man. Remember when this was $25 for the longest? I'm really happy to see this at an affordable $9, and this could be $5 before very long. Bigfoot's hanging around at $12, and I think there's like a show, 7 seasons, trying to find Bigfoot. All they had to do was look at the leaks for the gold tins, and there he is. Chupacabra at $4 freaking dollars. Well, you know, if you can add this to another item, it's even cheaper. It gets a prismatic secret rare upgrade similar to Jackalope, and Danger Thunderbird will be coming ultra as well. So a lot of swapping around rarities and different things there. Dangers as an engine, pretty much everything's going to be really cheap compared to what it once was. I expect Snake to be the one that does hold one of the greatest values after the tins, and maybe Nessie will follow there. Infinite Impermanence is missing from the tins. Who would have thought? Oh, what a crime. Oh, Konami. Come on, guys. Unlimited printings of Dual Power just hit shelves. Did you really think we were going to get Impermanence in the Megatins? This is one that we kind of knew wasn't going to be in there. Now, a lot of people are calling for it to be in Dual Devastator, and I could get on board with that because Dual Devastator is completely generic cards for the most part. Generic Synchros, generic rank 4s, generic support. I could be really behind Infinite Impermanence being in there, but I think they were front heavy with the reveals, considering recent things we've seen are like Bryonic, which is like $1 to $2, so I don't think we'll get Impermanence there either. It'll probably sell a side set similar to Ash Blossom and then hopefully be in a structure deck within a year. But one big surprise was Boros Dragon. Who would have thunk the top-heavy card of Battles of Legend, while packs are still on shelf, would be put in the tins? And immediately we saw it fall from $40 down towards $32. And a lot of people still want the secret rare version, as it is ultra rare in the Megatins, but I bet a ton of people are just happy to see it ultra rare within the tins and up quantities coming. It's a really big surprise to us, and looking through Battles of Omega LOL, as I now call it, let's count through how many reprints are on the first 2 pages that end up back in the Megatins. Boros Dragon, 1, Engage, 2, and ultra rare this time. We have Widow Anchor, 3, and that's 3 on the top. Oh, 4 on the top page. Pancratops comes ultra rare, still a holo upgrade, but not as nice as the secret rare. And do we have a 5th on the second page? I believe we do, with Prismatic Ray outshining the secret rare upgrade from Battles of Legend 5. 5 of the top freaking 18 cards, because there's 2 products within these pages, are in the Megatins. Are you kidding me? Battles of Legend is definitely going to be sitting around on shelves for quite a while. I still see it in my Walmart. I don't think it's going to disappear from those shelves. I think it's going to take 50% clearance Barnes & Noble and GameStop sales for people to be cracking at this. And with all the Rocket players, they didn't have to do this reprint. Konami did a great job with this one. I expected both of these to be missing. I'm really happy to see Boros Dragon in here. The Rocket Structure deck was going to sell itself, an anime deck, along with a meta deck combined into one, all in a structure. They didn't have to do Boros, and they did. So, good job there, Konami. I would have liked to see this somewhere, but I, after years of history with you, didn't expect it there. I'm a fan of this move. Chaos Dragon Levianeer is oddly missing. This is a huge one, as it's going pretty crazy in price, and already was. It's either extremely short printed in the tins who have not appeared yet, or it's missing completely. Ah, that mystical unicorn horn, we're hunting you down. This is really surprising and shocking, and right now we see prices bubbling. People are asking me, should they sell theirs now? Should they get theirs now? And my answer to both is, you're at your own risk when you're holding on to it. It still could be in the tins. We're still getting releases that we didn't know. But at the same time, if it's not in the tins, we could be looking at a $60 secret rare. So there is that. Now, if you've been keeping up on the community tab, you know where I got this shirt. But there's also another awesome shirt combo. But first, Gamestop has 50% off on their t-shirts. It's buy one, get one. So I went a little ham and bought quite a few things here. And you can see the full reveal here. Oh man, I just love their shirts. It's something that usually doesn't go on sale unless it's clearance shirt. So any shirt at GameStop until Saturday night, I want to say when they close, they told me all their shirts are buy one get one. And then also the Blue Eyes Funko. Now I think this might be an okay investment. It's a different paint job, which for Funko Pops does mean something. It's a metallic Blue Eyes pop within this, along with a t-shirt. Now, this is the back of the t-shirt. At first, I thought it was the front, so I was a lot more excited for it. But 2Xs have already sold out in just a couple of days. Now, luckily, I'm in the XL gang, boys, so I'm a little thinner these days, and they have plenty of other smaller sizes. But if you're looking to get yourself that exclusive box lunch Blue Eyes pop and box lunch t-shirt, it only comes there. And the front is actually the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! Kanji. So a lot of the times when you're playing at events, I mean, this is all people will see from behind you. So not a bad placement for the shirt for Yu-Gi-Oh! Players at locals. Rising Rampage. The prismatics are going up. I don't think this is too much of a surprise. We're not going to get a renewed quantity of them. The question is, where will the demand meet these price points in the future? And that's a question only time will tell. Will they be able to stay up? Will they go down? Will these become the next collectibles similar to Ghost Rare? Will they disappear out of the core sets? These, by the way, prismatics, what's in the tins, I suppose we'll call these extra rares for Market Watch. I don't really know what to go with. They all seem to be bubbling up for the most popular ones, except for Win. Win as a waifu has been trailing down and staying towards that 160 mark, whereas people anticipate Marincess to be a played deck. They're going for play sets of this that are going for it, so there's more of a demand here. And only as a one of the extra deck, but a pretty pricey extra deck option. It's crazy what these prismatics do. And this is the disappointing pull. Oh no, I got my box back. Oh no, so sad. It could have been one of the other three. Apollosa is really sticking around that $50 price point. It'll be interesting to see how she incorporates herself into the metagame. Anemone is actually going down towards 25, also on eBay, I believe. Get Out is down towards 11. We see Gizmek sticking towards $10, so still trailing up slowly. And then the second page is where pretty much all the prices are going. Marble Rock, you saw her on the front page the other day, down towards $7. Every down towards $7. People were asking me, should I pick it up later? Answer is yes, probably after the special editions will be the lowest prices. And then everything else from the set really trailing down in value. Now, one of the best-selling cards is still the Dark Tenyi, I believe, Ashuda, and that is for a metagame engine, so you do want to pay attention to that. Sign-up mining. People keep asking me, should I get it later? My answer is no. There's going to be a hype wave for this card with Legacy of the Duels. I know I've said it plenty of market watches. I hold true to it. Also, Fist of the Gadgets has a huge import of Cyberse cards as well. Casual does not equal broke, and Signet Mining is a card in the metagame within Solomon Greats, and will continue to be within Marincess and other Cyberse decks. Signet Mining is a card you want to get before a price spike happens towards 50 or 60, and I'm saying that because people go for playsets of these. Even though it's not short printed within the set, people will go after playsets. They're already going to be spending, what, 120 for 3 physical copies of Legacy of the Duelist, going, alright, fine, I'll give my playsets a promos. What do you think they're going to do with this then? 120 more. People are going to be after this card. I would get it sooner than later. Will it, once it goes off of its hype, come back down to this price point? Probably, but if you get it sooner, you're not having to wait for that hype wave. to end. Now, the rest of Dark Neostorm, my bad, is pretty interesting with no material towards $20. Then Gearsu's starting to really stabilize as we re-enter regional season, and I think it'll go up a little from here. I think people are underestimating Orcust. I know I initially did, and it's still a pretty decent deck that can stop on a dime a lot easier than most other decks can versus that Meteor Boy. And Brotar, combo piece, card is still up towards 16 as one of the highest cards. So really interesting looking through these sets that are not in the Megatins. Savage Strike also not in the Megatins. Ah, yes, top heavy cards that we really wish were in the Megatins. Phantasme, $82. Pot of Extravagance still hanging around towards that $70 price point with some tempting deal. This is tempting. This is pretty cool. Spanish and Portuguese variants being the cheapest. It's cool to have foreign cards. All you got to do is have a translation. And we see over on eBay, we have one at 68 before it does start quickly going up towards that $70 price as well. This is just something I picked out of bulk. Some of you guys wondered why I was so excited to pick a first edition copy of this out of bulk on my live stream last Thursday. Bonus stream. Well, let me show you. Where are the first editions of this card? Oh, there's only one mint one, and it's at $100 freaking dollars. Silver Bow and Arrow, as I understand it, is a short print common out of LOB, the original set, so finding first editions of this near mint, pretty much impossible, and they're missing completely on TCG Player also. I haven't done enough shouting that out yet, have I? If you're buying ridiculous cards like this, and they exist on TCG Player, use my link in the description down below. Now, the discussion point for this is, sometimes you can be a reasonable man and be like, okay, I'm finishing my LOB collection, I'll pay $20 for this card, and it just won't exist at a reasonable price, and that's the collector's market we're entering, where there's insane prices even on commons from the original set. You want to pay attention, you want to look around, and you want that first edition stamp on these whenever you're going for them as an investment kind of opportunity. And they're just, the most ridiculous cards like this will disappear, and same people with money won't be able to get them. That's where we're headed with the collector's market. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. Like the video if you enjoyed this discussion and kind of a look at a ridiculous card and explanation along with all the meta stuff. And let me know what you think of everything we've gone over between the Megatin cards and the non-Megatin sets, as well as a little dip into the collector's market you might not have expected.